Hello from the Bureau. Here's a severe weather update for Friday, the 27th of September, focused on the northeast of New South Wales and the southeast of Queensland with ongoing wet and windy weather. Let's check out the radar from this morning. The bad weather from the past few days down around Sydney and Newcastle has moved northwards. It's now focusing on the mid-north coast and the northern rivers of New South Wales and pushing just into the far south of southeast Queensland as well. We've seen some pretty significant rainfall totals, over 120 millimetres in the past 24 hours for a few places, with widespread rain between 40 and 70 millimetres for a lot more areas, and that's going to continue. The primary reason we will see more rain in the coming couple of days is because of the development of a low pressure area shown by this L on the map here. Now the low is over the water, it's not over the country. It's about in line with the New South Wales and Queensland border, but with that low there, it will continue to feed the moisture, the rain, the strong winds on from the ocean onto the coastline for the next few days, particularly on Saturday. We could see some quite heavy rain return on Saturday as the low gets quite close to the country. Then on Sunday, we will see this low slowly weaken and move away to the northeast. So the rain in these areas will start to ease back into a few showers and then clear up pretty much by the end of the day. But before we see that rain clear, there's a lot of wet weather still to come. So how much wet weather am I talking? Well, let's chuck on the full rainfall for the next 3 days, the full weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all together on one map. The strongest rain, the fall signals, the heaviest rain is really hugging this northeastern coastline, the darker reds into the purples for the mid-north coast, the northern rivers and the very far south of southeast Queensland. Places here could see between 70 and 100 millimetres of rain over the next few days, and it's likely that a few of the rain gauges along this strip will see more than 100 millimetres, cracking those triple digits. Do note that outside of the northeast coast, the totals are less for the likes of the northern tablelands, the northwest slopes and plains, and the Hunter area, three places which have had a fairly decent dose of rain in the last few days, perhaps between 10 and 25 millimetres for many people living in those regions. With heavy rain like this, we are anticipating a response from the rivers. So we've got some flood watches active for rivers in northeastern New South Wales. In the northern rivers area, we've got the Wilsons and Richmond rivers with flood watches in place at the moment. And down here in the mid-north coast, we've got the Orara, Ballinger and Kalang rivers with watches active too. Now these watches could be upgraded to warnings at any time over the next couple of days as we see how the rivers respond and how quickly those river levels start to rise given the rainfall. Most of the talk has been about rain, but I also want to talk about strong wind, which is also going to develop with this low up here in the northeast. It's really hard to see on this map because it's a very coastal phenomenon, but we've got the wind absolutely whistling up the northern New South Wales coast. And if you look closely, you can see a little strip of orange to red shading here showing us where those very strong coastal winds are going to be on Saturday. We could see wind gusts of 90 kilometres an hour or potentially even stronger, and because of that, we have issued a damaging wind warning for this slightly funny shaped area here, mostly covering the northern New South Wales coast along that northern rivers area and parts of the mid-north coast as well. But we also expect strong winds around the border ranges between northern New South Wales and southern parts of Queensland. The wind is likely to be strongest on Saturday as that low gets quite close to the country, and then it will ease back late on Saturday or perhaps on Sunday. Finally, before I wrap, we've got one more warning. It's a coastal hazards warning for the northeastern coastline of New South Wales from Port Macquarie up to the Queensland border and in fact up towards Brisbane as well. Along this stretch of coastline, we've got some large, powerful surf which could cause some local areas of damage or coastal erosion for exposed beaches along the east coast of the country. So anyone on or near the water does need to take care. It will be very, very rough indeed. Dangerous coastal conditions expected through the course of the weekend. So if you are in that part of the country, stay up to date with the latest weather and warnings at the Bureau website and app. Thanks for watching and stay safe.